Alright. Hello, everybody. I have to do some assembly, which I hate doing. So I figured what easier way to get through that than to do a stream and share my pain with the world. Hi, Josh. Good to see you here. I'm just letting everybody know that I'm streaming. You know how it is. How have you been? How is everybody? Are you working on anything fun? I hope you're working on something more fun than assembly, which is the fucking worst. I don't enjoy it, but we're gonna get through it together. Playing D&D, be back tomorrow, fair enough. Goblins, yeah, we're gonna assemble some goblins. We have multiple problems with assembling these goblins, in that I've sent some goblins off to folks for the clown collab, so I don't actually know how many goblins I have left. And like how many are other things? I don't know. It's been a while since I worked on these goblins as a project. So I'm just gonna kind of try and figure it out. And hope that I'm not fucking it up in any kind of major way. There's a lot of different, like, base pieces. And some of them are repeats. But they're not part interchangeable from what I can tell, so I'm just gonna have to build stuff and hope that it's right. Which is not my ideal way of building stuff. I think my ideal way of building stuff is to not do it. But, surprisingly, in all my years of strategizing to just not do stuff, it doesn't tend to get done that way. Hello, Hypothermic Ice. Hello, Cameron. Hello, Brady. Hello, Lila. Ooh, Lila's painting her Golden Demon entry. That's cool. I'm also in a mild anxiety because, the cat sitter that I had lined up for Adepticon is like, hey, I don't know if I'll be able to cat sit. So I have to try and see which of my friends are potentially available to cat sit my cats, which is super nerve-wracking, because I had that squared away for months, so the panic part of me has definitely begun to panic, but it's fine. I'm gonna figure it out. Certainly someone can be bribed with money to watch my sweet angels. I just don't know who or when, but I'm gonna figure it out. Ideal building is get others to do it. It's just to buy pre-assembled, honestly. Fucking hate building miniatures, but here we are. Here we are. I figure if I talk about some of my anxieties, they're bound to get solved. Or maybe I'll just feel less anxious about them. Sometimes that works. Not always, though. This leg part doesn't seem to want to connect to this body part super well, which is annoying. Because it doesn't look like it fits, but it's certainly the right one that I cut off there. Just go together. That cannot be the right way for you to fit together. Unless maybe I have the part upside down. Ah! Had the body upside down. Clever me. Power of plastic glue is magic. No, it's just glue. It's fine. We gotta assemble like a million fucking goblin bodies and squig bodies and then put them all together. So, there's that. It's gonna be okay. We've got a solid department store playlist of music going. I don't know what part this is. This is maybe 16, which goes with body number 15, which is this one. Yes, Soda, you're right. Goblins. Sometimes, I mean, the connection shapes are fine. It's just me being a dum-dum about how they go together. If I spent more than 10 seconds looking at the guide, I probably could figure it out, but, like, you know. General anxiety over events coming up and changes to plans and stuff like that is possibly not the best recipe for assembly, but the long and short of the matter is if I want to bring any goblins to, like, have painting time with friends at Adepticon, then I'm gonna have to assemble those goblins. That is just the inconvenient truth of me putting together some goblins. I don't know how these are all gonna go together either, because some of these legs and bodies have been cut from different sprues when I gave them to various friends to assemble for their portion of the clown collab, so we're gonna see how many of these we actually managed to get put together. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. We're just here. All of us hanging out, dealing with our various anxieties by miniature painting. Or maybe you're just doing it for fun because you're a mentally stable person. But I'm not. I'm anxious, so we've decided to hobby. Hopefully this gets resolved, though. I have messaged some friends seeing if they are able to cat sit. And if they are not, I will message other friends to see if they are able to cat sit. Hello, Carbide. How's it going? I know I've seen you around. You usually comment on some of my Instagram stuff, if I'm not mistaken. It's nice to see you on stream, where I can thank you in person for all the nice compliments you've given me. It's very much appreciated. You working on anything cool? Okay. This also goes with body 20 and leg 21, which has already been cut away from both of these. So I don't really know how that's gonna work. But we'll figure it out. Oh, you're good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. Let me pose you a theory, chat. How interchangeable do you think these squig legs are? Because, both legs 21 and 21 on these sprues are gone. And he's supposed to have leg 21. He's not getting leg 21s. You're restoring a boat. That's really neat. I know the faces are interchangeable. I have plenty of faces. Okay, you're gonna guess that they're not interchangeable? Let's see. Well, we don't have a leg in this spare parts section. For no other reason than GW doesn't know how to make their parts work. Well, for now, this guy's not gonna have a leg. And we've also, somehow, lost both, leg 17s on every... Is there just multiple ones? Nope, there are not multiple ones labeled 17. So we're gonna figure out what to do with those, when we get there. Because it must mean that we have extra of something? Hopefully? I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do exactly, but we're gonna figure it out. I did check the bag of mystery parts that you returned, Lila. It is not there. It could be theoretically on another sprue. But I don't know. We're gonna roll with it for now and cross that bridge when we come to it. Like, all the parts have been cut off this sprue. I don't know why I even have that sprue. There's certainly not going to be a GW recycling bin at my local store. It's not a GW official store. Body 10 is missing from this sprue. And this sprue. Okay. So, body 10 is supposed to go with part 12, but that's not gonna happen. I don't have two part 12s. Okay, so you need a body. We're gonna set you aside. Let's see. This is gonna be a fun mix and match for us, isn't it? Oh boy. How do I have another? Okay, which one needs body 15? 15 is the little mushrooms that could. Okay. So 15 and 16 go together. No leggies. No, we can't have... I can't give, there's gotta be something that we can make. We're gonna figure it out, okay? Don't give up on this squig just yet. He has a dream to be a part of this stupid clown army. Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna get time to paint with folks at Adepticon, because I don't know what everybody else's plans are. And now I'm slightly concerned, because I need to find a cat sitter in order to go to Adepticon. But I'm not gonna think about that right now. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, and that was part 16. You need... Wait, you also need leg 17. Didn't we just establish that... Okay. Do we have 2 of the same one? Yeah, somebody already got leg 17. Okay. So are you also missing a leg? Yeah, because I've got legs 11, 7, and 3. And then 3 and 11 here. Oh dear. Alright. You also need a leg. These 2 don't have... You have 2 legs, so you're good. You have 2 legs, so you're good. You and you still are missing legs. Let's put you together. Alright. Process of elimination. We're slowly gonna find out what we're missing. Okay, so part 2. Let's see if we can find that one. Which is like the weird smoke one? Okay, part 2 is missing from both of these. Alright. Which means leg 3 is a spare. We have a spare leg 3, so we're gonna see if that fits into any of these other guys. Ooh, Adepticon. Adepticon is fun. Me skipping is not an option? Yeah, it's real fucking not. I'll figure it out. I have friends who live in the area. It looks like that leg will fit on pretty okay. It only looks slightly out of place. Maybe it looks more in place on this one. No, that would be facing the wrong direction. Okay, so it's gonna fit on this one just fine. Thing is, though, if I don't find cat sitters, I really can't go, because, my cats are sort of my whole thing. But like I said, I've sent out messages. I'm sure someone is gonna get back to me, and let me know. I can send out a couple more, actually. Not that I should be doing this on stream. Sorry, you're not gonna watch me copy and paste the same message to several people. We'll see what happens. Do I think I can teach the cats to assemble for me? No. I don't think that I can. They're little hooligans. They would destroy everything. How many cats do I have? I have 3. 3 beautiful little boys. They're rambunctious. They're mischievous. They are my wonderful little guys. And I love them very dearly. Probably the most precious little things in the world to me. That looks like it fits. And that one was missing the body, so we're gonna glue it. Yeah, 3 cats. I mean, the nice thing about cat sitting is it's not very difficult. You basically just fill up a water bottle and a water bowl and a food bowl and, like, you know. It's not like a dog where you have to walk them and take them outside and stuff. Cat sitting can be pretty low-key. And my boys aren't, like, vicious or anything like that. They don't bolt for the door. So, there's that. Three's a good number. Yeah, I agree. They keep each other company. They're very fun. I like them a lot. If you don't have cats, I recommend getting some. They're adorable. Aw, look at you, Keegan. Trying to claim first after I've been streaming for 20 minutes. For shame, for shame. Josh beat you out long ago. He's got the crown. Okay. Being allergic, I can understand being like, you know what, cats really aren't my thing, because I'm allergic. That's fair. Dogs aren't my thing, but that's because they're so energetic and noisy. I don't like barking, so that pretty much makes cats not a good match. That makes dogs not a good match for me. Cat's a great match for me. I think I have realized that these bodies are pretty interchangeable, which is good. It seems like you can stick any body on any leg, really, and it's gonna turn out pretty okay. So that's what we're gonna do. Do I have a little setup for the cats to hang out while I paint? James, sorry, I don't know why I said your name was James, Hypothermic. You have the same color icon as, another friend of mine. And I just glanced at that. I'm so sorry about that. Do I have a place for the cats to hang out while I paint? Sort of. I just have a very open, living room. And right now I'm doing hobby at my coffee table. And, they just roam around. Sometimes they'll come by and cause mischief. I can probably bribe one of them to come over and be on screen for a little bit. I don't see one of them, but they're generally pretty responsive to me, so it's very likely you'll see a cat on this stream. Frequent viewers of the channel have definitely seen cats cause some funny little hijinks now and again. But they should stop by if they feel like it. I wish, none of them are, like, sleeping right... Oh, actually, yeah, Lobster's right here. You want to see my cat? One of my cats. His name is Lobster Thermidor. He's a good boy. He's all curled up on the couch. He's right there. There's the boy. He is sleepy. Hi, buddy. Yeah, he just wants to nap right now. And another cat stopped by. You can see him right here. This is Achilles. He's probably the most mischievous one nowadays. As you can see, he only has one eye, but he has a big heart and a vicious personality. He's very playful. Don't bite that. Biting is probably his favorite activity. He loves it so much. But it also gets him in sticky situations all the time. I know there's, like, you know, more, I suppose I could say strategic ways to hobby that would involve me being in a room with a closed door so my cats couldn't get at anything. But I love them. They're my sweet, sweet little darlings. So I can't really stand to kick them out. I love them far, far too much. Oh, one of my friends got back to me that they can cat sit. Hey, Achilles! Give that back! Buddy, I just went through so much effort to make sure you would be well looked after. And this is the thanks I get? This is the thanks that I get? Ugh. So yeah, you were asking about the cats. I knew they would come as soon as they had been summoned. Yeah, lobster is not interesting. We love a bag of goldfish, thank you. Yes, hobby snacks are important. You showed lobster thermidor to your fiance and she named them Peeper. I think he would accept that. I should build a sunroom for the kitties so they can play and get some sun while I hobby. I kind of need to take out the horrible shag carpet in my house and put heating in the upstairs, and I have other projects to do before building a cat sunroom, but I would absolutely love to do that. I think that would be really cute. In my new hobby room that I'm working on, I do intend to put, like, maybe a cat tree or something for them in there. I fucking hate this carpet so much, but any homeowners will know that home renovation is an expensive process, and I ain't got the money for that right now. I really hate this carpet, though, and I want to change it, and it'll happen someday. Life is pretty exhausting at the moment, so I'm not doing anything until Adepticon is over, and even then, I don't know when I'm gonna get around to home improvement stuff. The long and short of it is, it's expensive to have stuff fixed or changed in your house. So as much as I'd like that, I still kind of need to, like, you know? Sorry, I know that's not very descriptive, but, there's not a whole lot that I can do about it right now. Much as I'd like to. Let's just leave it at that. When is Adepticon? Adepticon is in 15 days. Just over 2 weeks. So, I'm very excited. I really can't wait. Especially now that I've just someone's gotten back to me about cat sitting, so that's good. I will firm that up shortly, but yeah, they said they could cat sit, so you know, no reason to panic. Things got figured out, and it'll be okay. Yeah, not long to wait, not at all. I really can't miss Adepticon because my friend, is flying in from Ireland to go, and we're sharing a hotel room, so it would be incredibly rude if I wasn't there. I really do have to be there. It's not expensive, and tickets are easy to get a hold of, I would say. It's more like, you can just go to the con without a ticket. Like, if you just want to, like, shop at the booths and stuff, you can just waltz on in. But if you're going to any of the events or stuff like that, then you need a badge. And I think for all 4 days of the convention, it's like $50 for a badge, which isn't bad. They're not price gouging for the tickets, but everything else is sure to be expensive. Alright, now all of these squigs need to get little tongues. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good deal. I'm really excited. I want to browse through all the stuff. I've got games that people are going to play. I'm really looking forward to meeting some folks that I haven't seen in a while. Like, I don't know if Soda Addict is still tuned in to this channel, but he's promised to teach me to play Necromunda, so I'm really looking forward to that. I painted up a whole gang for Necromunda, and they're ready to go, so I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna be putting my Strawberry Knight, which you might have seen on Insta, I'm putting him in the Golden Demon, which I'm terrified about. You'll be finding time to paint at Adepticon. Excellent. I will have clown goblins, if you wish to paint a goblin. I intend, because I really regretted last Adepticon that, well, everybody told me to, Lila. You came over here, you saw, we hung out, and you were like, you need to put this in the Golden Demon. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to now. I'm terrified to. Like, I think people are just gonna make fun of it and laugh, but it's my most popular post by far on Insta, and people have only said really nice things about it, so I don't know. I'm really nervous, but maybe people will be nice, so, you know. Yeah, my Night Titan, you can see it on my Instagram. It's one of the more recent ones. It's the pink one. It's supposed to be a, like, strawberry sundae night. I'm never confident in any decision that I've made. You've been hanging out with me for how long, and how many times have I sounded confident ever? I'm running a D&D campaign for you, and I'm like the least committed person. I'm not confident at all. I just feel like I sound super nervous all the time, because, spoilers here, I am super nervous all the time. I'm trying to be more confident. It's my New Year's resolution to be more confident, but confidence is hard. Have you ever tried to be confident? It sucks. I'm doing so bad. How are people good at this? You say I switched things up and made a wave? Well, a couple other people painted candy things because of it. And frankly, it was really refreshing to see because, god damn it, it's hard coming up with all of those candy ideas and stuff on my own. It's really nice to actually see somebody else do it and then get inspired because I could do that. Like, oh my god, having a fresh opinion that isn't mine, painting on the same themes is so nice. It's so nice. Just to get a breath of fresh air and see somebody else's take on it, it's great. I have always been a very colorful painter. Yeah, that's true. People have been asking to see my original Orcs and Goblins army, like the first army that I've ever painted. And I don't know how I feel about showing you guys them, because they are just a mess of me not knowing how to properly paint miniatures. I love them, don't get me wrong, wouldn't trade them for the world, but they are not beautiful. They're a little rough around the edges. I didn't even know that basing was like a thing that people did, so most of the bases are just black. But they are, you know, they're where I got my start, so that's something. Alright. It looks like we can cut out some goblin bodies next. Because it looks like you basically stick a goblin on top of a squig of your choice and finish it up. I don't know, should we build these as squig hoppers or Boingrot bounders? I don't remember what people were gonna build. I think probably squig hoppers is what they were building. But I'll be damned if I remember. Oh god, I don't know. It doesn't matter. This isn't an army that's ever gonna be fully playable to any degree. It's just a collection for display purposes, really. What do you think, guys? I'm gonna leave it up to you. I'm gonna make a poll. Yeah. We're gonna vote for bounders or hoppers. Vote with your heart, not your brain. Playable army, that's funny. A playable army in this economy? It does look like I need to put together the squig faces, so I guess I can do that while people are casting their votes. Who actually plays Warhammer instead of just painting? I know, right? It used to be me. I used to play Age of Sigmar like every other week, but then I started playing D&D again, and my D&D game was also on Sundays, so I stopped playing Age of Sigmar every other Sunday. But I should get back to it at some point. It's been a while. I just lose interest if I'm not actively painting an army, and I kind of finished off my my Crew Boys army. Okay, Keegan asks, what close combat weapon should you give your Delegatus Consul for your Emperor's Children Legion? Well, the only close combat weapons that I know in Warhammer are chain swords and plasma swords. Ideally you would choose a chain sword, because that's cool as fuck. Failing that, plasma sword. Either way, though, it should be a sword. Ooh, or lightning claws. Lightning claws are okay. Okay, I'm ending this poll now before you tie it up. Hoppers take it with 57% of the vote. Squig hoppers we shall build. I just gotta assemble all of these squig faces. And then I don't know. I guess I should probably be polite to the people who might be painting these that aren't me and keep the riders separate from their squigs. Even though I just glue them all together. But I know not everybody is a heretic like I am. I didn't clean up these models, so someone's definitely gonna be like, LOL, look at that mold line, classic 5s. If you happen to hang out with me at Adepticon and are painting a miniature with me, don't call me out on my mold lines. You know I cry during assembly. What are the gobos for? They're probably for the, clown collab in some way, shape, or form, but mostly they're just, last time at Adepticon, and at Gen Con too, I wanted to hang out with people and paint more, but I never scheduled time for that really into my day. So I'm assembling a bunch of these so that, like if I want to just hang out somewhere and paint stuff with folks, I can be like, oh, I've got a bunch of random miniatures. They're all goblins, but you can paint one if you want. And then people might be like, oh, sick. I love goblins. Or they might be like, goblins suck. Pick a real army. And they probably won't say that because I don't know why I assume that everybody's going to be a jerk when everybody that I've met has been super nice. But I just thought it would be fun. I don't know. I don't know what people are going to want to do, but often people just sort of hang out in areas, and last year I had to, like, worry about playing in the actual Warhammer Age of Sigmar tournament, which was a lot, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that this year. So I didn't sign up for, like, any events. I was just like, I'm just gonna have fun. I signed up for a couple of, I think I signed up for a Malifaux event, but I think they were overbooked, so I don't know if I actually got that one. And, I'm going to, Trapped Under Plastic Live, which should be a riot. But I am forcing my friend Mark, who's coming to visit, to paint a goblin for my army, because he hasn't done so yet, so... I need at least one goblin for him. And anybody else who feels like it, you know? Sometimes you just want to hang out and paint stuff with folks. I have no idea. I haven't really... They're not for a very specific purpose, but, like... I'll have them if I need them, I guess. These are my insurance goblins. These are my emotional support goblins. They are fun. Yeah, absolutely. I really love them. Sorry, this stream's been a little bit wackier and more off-kilter than my average one, but... Oh, shoot. I just lost that piece to the carpet forever. Hang on. There it goes. Got it back. Crisis averted. Not that, though. Ugh. This is my working service squig. I can bring him into the library. Yep, exactly. Okay, I think that this jaw piece might potentially go with this guy. That looks like a fit. Yeah, sure. Let's say that that works. Oh, I want you guys to know that Achilles is right beside me, and he's decided that it's bath time, so if you hear the sounds of a cat licking himself, I'm sorry. I know that might not be the ASMR that anybody signed up for this stream, but, you try telling Achilles he can't give himself a bath when and where he wants to, and you let me know how it goes. I will reward you with cute cat footage, though. There's the boy. There him is. They want to see you, buddy. And you can see he's got a little mark on his heel, which I didn't notice before I named him Achilles. Do you want to say hi, buddy? No. Just bath time. Little Slurpee. He's pretty quiet? Okay, cool. I didn't know if my microphone was picking him up or not, but... Lobster has gone back to bed. Alright. I'm making up excuses so I don't have to assemble. But I need to assemble. No more distractions. As cute as they are, we gotta focus. They have such cute, growly little faces, these squigs. I like them very much. I'm really excited because I get to continue running my Bloodborne-inspired D&D game this Thursday. I was nervous about getting back into DMing initially, but now that I'm kind of back in the saddle, I'm having a really good time. And I'm kind of jonesing for it, you know? I'm sure that people get the same way about actually playing D&D, but it's really nice to just sit around describing stuff, watching your players make mistakes, and then throwing down some cool miniatures on the table. Having people be like, oh no, what's that? It's fun. Oh, I like that! The CM! What is Jonesin, and who was the first to Jones? I guess it's just another way of saying, like, craving. I don't know why it's Jonesin. I'm sure I could look up, like, the history of where that came from, and it would be from a source I don't expect, but I'll have to look that up later. Your plan was sound? Okay. Listen, Lila, you had a plan. I don't know how sound it was. I liked it. It was not effective, but it was fun. That's totally legit, Carbide. I hope you get to find a game to join sometime. I'm only running a small game for 2 players right now because I wanted to just sort of dip my toe back into things. But then my regular DM for my weekly game on Sundays was like, hey, I kind of want a break. Does anybody want to run a one-shot? So I'm also going to be running a one-shot of a different adventure in this Bloodborne-inspired campaign for them on Sunday, which is great because I get to test it out before subjecting my regular players to it. Hee hee hee. Get a real feel for one of the more major antagonists in this setting. The campaign that I'm running is actually one that I backed on Kickstarter that you can late pledge to if you want. Not sponsored. I just think it's a really neat setting and it's really cool. It's called Steinhardt's Guide to the Eldritch Hunt and it slaps. It's really cool. You just moved to Texas from England and you think the nearest club is an hour away. Oh man. That's quite the move. Welcome to America. Our healthcare sucks. Our food is a lot of chemicals. But we are still a country with theme restaurants, and that is something that I can get behind. I have found that finding online groups can be great for D&D, but there is no substitute still that I've found for putting miniatures on an actual table, because I spend so much time painting minis. I just, you know, I like my little guys. Chemicals with a C. C-H-E-M-I-C-A-L-S. Did I spell chemicals correctly? Not tentacles, chemicals. There are a lot of chemicals in our food. That's okay. Sometimes I have that thing where I don't hear words correctly either, so no shade there. Glad I could sort that one out for you, though. I understand where that confusion came in. IRL interaction cringe. Nah. Meeting people is neat. Yeah. Well, maybe when you make some friends in Texas, you'll be able to meet some cool people who are, like, into the same stuff as you, and you'll find someone who's been like, yeah, I've been waiting to run a D&D game for centuries, and now I have nerd friends again. Making friends and finding people who you get along with, and then just being like, hey, you want to try D&D? That almost always ends up better for me than, like, searching for a group specifically, but, you know, sometimes things just happen. It's fun to meet people. It can be intimidating, though. I remember the first time I went to Adepticon, I was very scared to, meet people, but I had challenged Brent. Well, I don't know if I challenged Brent or Brent challenged me to a game of Relic Blade, but we both, well, actually, he talked me into buying Relic Blade at Adepticon, that's what it was, and then he challenged me to a game later that year at Gen Con, so that was fun. Yeah, you could start a club. I would also check with your local library. A lot of libraries have gaming clubs. I know that our local library has a tabletop gaming club. They also they have 3D printers there too, which is pretty sweet. You live in a very small town. That's still understandable. But if you're gonna start a club and you don't have a local game store, I still think a local library is a very good place to start that kind of thing up. They tend to have resources for those sorts of things. Libraries are cool and you should support them. That's very much my opinion. I love a good library. I'm lucky to have good ones around. Where else can broke people go to print things? Don't what's a library me, Brady. You know what a library is. It's all thanks to the books at my local library, and having fun isn't hard if you've got a library card. There's a lot of PBS sentiments that carry through with me to this day. Does anyone remember that show, I think it was called Between the Lions, about those lions that live in a library? I watched that, like, obsessively as a child. I was also very bad at reading, so it's likely that my parents thought that this show would help me learn how to read better. But I remember watching quite a lot of Between the Lions, which would have, like, normal, like, learn to read, synonyms, letters kind of stuff, but also had this really unhinged, like, mime man character. I don't remember his name. I don't remember much about him. I do remember being very concerned. But, like, I feel like every puppet production at the time had kind of like a section that just was unhinged for whatever reason. Like, I remember with Sesame Street, or maybe it was Elmo's World, I don't know which exact one. Forgive me, it's been many years since I was visiting Sesame Street on a regular basis, tragic though that reality is. But they'd have these random segments where, like, it would be a real dog, and they would put its head through one part, and then there would be, like, people in a costume, so it would look like the dog head, and the human body were just, like, a person. I think it was supposed to be for, like, for jokes or whatever, but I always was just like, this is spooky. I don't like this. Okay. Let's see. Alright, is part 4 still here? No, part 4 has been used. Let's see if we can find parts 8 and 9. 8 and 9. So we have a missing 8 here. Ideally, we should have a missing 9 to go with it, which we don't, but we have an 8 and a 9 on this sprue. This must be our missing number 8. G-Star the First. Fiverr, hi! Have I ever told you about the Neverhood? No, I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh! Trent, hell yeah! See you at Adepticon too, man! What is up? Thank you for being here. Yo, I just gotta say, painting your frog sculpture was such a delight. I enjoyed it. It was so fun. I want more of your miniatures. I'm sad that I don't have another, like, 20 million frogs to paint. It was such a delight. I'm really pleased that you're gonna be at Adepticon. I will definitely look forward to meeting you there. Yes, creator of the frog. If you can put frog emoticons in the chat, you should do so. Yeah, just a delight to paint. Also in your latest video... Ah, good. Okay, we'll catch up at Adepticon. Well, we'll meet at Adepticon. I haven't met you before. If you have one of those Presentar minis, though, I'll definitely buy you a beer in exchange for one, because I want that shit. It's cute as fuck. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you, sir. Sir feels weirdly formal. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, frogs in the chat. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool. For anyone who's watching my channel and somehow doesn't know who Miscast is, go subscribe to his channel. He makes a lot of really great content and is honestly one of the reasons that I became a YouTuber at all. So yeah, definitely show him some of the love that you've shown me. And obviously he created the frog, so like that's worth a subscribe, if not else. Yes, see you soon. 15 days, man! 14 for you, I think. You're ahead of us in terms of time. Maybe? I don't know what part of the world you're in. See ya! Bye! Oh, that was cool. Not every day Trent stops by. Special stream tonight, guys. The anxiety was worth overcoming. See, you never know what's gonna happen on one of these streams. You just never know. Unexpected celebrity guest. Crazy stuff. Slowly but surely. Yes, exactly. Celebrity guest star. Next, Guy Fieri will appear from out of nowhere. That's not real. I don't know Guy Fieri. He's not going to show up and take us to Flavortown. Frogs can happen at any moment. That is true. I mean, Lila Mev is here, and she's also really cool, and you should subscribe to her. I should have said that earlier. I don't mean that as an afterthought by any means. Lila's just stopped by a few times and is a regular on these streams. Go subscribe to her if you haven't, though. I'm looking forward to some videos of hers in the future that she's told me about. I'm very excited for them. Yeah, just a lovely YouTube moment. It's always fun when a friend stops by. Where the fuck does this attach, though? Yep, I was putting it in the right spot. Oh, there it is. There we go. It's fine, I get it. No! No! I didn't mean it like that. Has she painted any frogs, though? A fair point. To my knowledge, Lila has not sculpted a frog miniature or painted a frog miniature. Ooh, that's a great question for Lila. Carbide asks how it's going now that you've decided to go full-time. Lila, how is being a full-time YouTuber going for you? I ask you that frequently. I think it's going well, but I will let Lila answer in her own words. Also, Lila, is James lurking on this video? Because if so, say hello to James for me. I will say hello to him myself. Frog count 0. Tragic. Sag. Oh, Lila, I want to ask, after Adepticon, there's a miniature of, it's kind of like a bust of a character from Elden Ring that, I kind of want to try painting up, but, it's basically just a very fancy knight helmet, and I would need to know how to do non-metallic metal and shit like that, and I currently fucking don't. So I'm gonna have to pick your brain for advice on that one. You don't think James is here? That's too bad. Tell him hello. I know he's been busy. Yeah, I heard that Mochi had been sick. I hope he's doing better. I donated what I could to Mochi's little get well fund there, and I hope he's feeling better. Mochi is Lila's black and white cat, and I've always had a soft spot for black and white cats. Non-metallic metal is a bunch of grays. Listen, sometimes you just need someone to give you some advice and be like, just paint the damn thing. You know, you need that push from a friend to just be like, it's not that hard. You've painted other things before. You can learn to paint this too. But it's nice to have someone who will be there and tell me things that I might listen to, like use a wet palette and thin your paints. You know, that kind of advice that's useful. He's not nearly as sick as he was. Oh, good. Yeah, he's just he needs constant surveillance. That sounds like Mochi. Get in the damn... You just need to get in the robot, Shinji. Yeah, that's kind of me with non-metallic metal. Refusing to pilot the Ava. I want to watch Evangelion again, but I'm so close to being caught up with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that doing a rewatch at this point is just silly. I'm on the last season. I've suffered through all of the other seasons. I can get through this one too. Actually, I didn't suffer through part 5. I really liked it. I chose to watch part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure over other media, which is probably a symbol that I liked it. Like, I had new Mando episodes and new Last of Us episodes, and I was still choosing to continue watching part 5 of JoJo. Last of Us, which has been fantastic. I've been thoroughly invested in every single episode of that show that I've watched. I think those are some of the best hours of television that I've seen in recent years. And I think Bella Ramsey is really giving a fantastic performance. I'm really getting behind this trend of people who, like, identify as non-binary, being stars of shows on HBO Max. When you consider Emma Darcy, in Game of Thrones, and now Bella Ramsey in Last of Us, I'm just like, yep, I will take more of that, please. Non-binary pride worldwide. Yeah. Yeah, we still need that. Anyone who says that, we don't need pride or recognition or anything like that, we certainly still do. Won't get too much into that, but man, I'll be happy when the world isn't always a scary place full of scary things. 23 and 24. The scary thing is, however, that we have now finished that part of assembly, so we can put their little faces and their little weapons on now. Let's find these little goblin faces. Yeah. Oh, I like this one. His hood is all the way covering his head. Silly little bean. It's too big for you. The Jojalorian? Oh my god, that sounds so ridiculous. I don't like the way those syllables come together. Hello, Chris. How's it going? Painting anything cool tonight? This tiny goblin looks so ridiculous. Look at him. He's all like hunched. He's just a little hunched over guy. Oh my goodness. He's so silly. I love him. He's a good one. I remembered to refocus my camera like a professional. We're learning. Just a huncher, exactly. I've progressed further in Dark Souls 3. I'm at the end of the DLC, so we're about to finish the game. But Gale is being kind of a butthead and kicking the crap out of us. So that's what stands between me and victory. It was so nice to hang out with you as well, Carbide. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your painting. See you later. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that your car broke down. Yeah, I'll be blabbering away about all kinds of stuff. Happy to keep you company while you do some research. I really need to get my butt in gear to get all this assembly done, so... Trust me, you're helping out by being here too. Ooh! We haven't even talked about, like, the exciting part of Adepticon for people who aren't going to Adepticon. What do you guys think they're gonna announce in terms of models? I'm gonna stand by what I always root for. I'm gonna continue to demand Zotes. I've pretty much... Anytime anybody's like, what do you think they'll announce at X and X Warhammer event? Zotes. I always vote for Zote. It's never Zote. But, like, I can't back down now. I can't change it, because if I stop saying Zote and then they announce a Zote, it's gonna be like, how did you lose faith in the one thing that you continue to demand? So, I have to keep saying Zote. It's, like, locked in as my answer. They'll probably reveal the rest of the Seraphon. Yeah, that's kind of a given. That they're gonna reveal the rest of the range if they're doing the full refresh. Brady says Lionel Johnson. I think that's a fair guess. Revealing a Primarch at a big event seems like it would go over pretty well. People tend to care about Primarchs. We already know how I feel. Angron is my favorite. And he got his new fancy model, which I don't actually like, just because I don't think I'd ever paint it. It's a fine sculpt, but it's not for me. Demon Fulgrim? That'd be cool. I think that if they are going to make a Demon Fulgrim, they need to just pony up and make him extremely pretty, because that's, like, supposed to be his whole deal, right? He's the pretty boy of the Warhammer universe. Well, him and Sanguinius. So... If they're making a Demon Fulgrim, they better give him, like, a very pretty face. He better look like, Castlevania guy, Alucard. He needs that, like, Yoshitaka Amano, is this a person? Is this a vampire kind of face with, you know, that's what he needs. In my opinion. Alucard but snake? Yeah, basically. I don't know why this video of random department store music is so much louder than the previous one, but we're gonna just replay that old one because I liked the volume of it. You hope they reveal new grunt unit sculpts. Which army do you want grunt units for? It's comparatively so cheap to only ever provide model refreshes for single entity units. Yeah, that's fair. Give you some new Graveguard. Are those for the Osriarch Bone Reapers? I kind of like them all chunky. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I understand your give me new Graveguard sculpt request, but, weird chunky little bone guys are funny. When I was playing Age of Sigmar, at my local club, a couple people had, Graveguard or Soulblight. Oh, shit. Okay. Soulblight are, like, all new, though, basically. Right? Their range isn't really that old. Oh, okay. I wouldn't think that Soulblight needs, like, quote-unquote needs new models. Obviously, every army should have fun new models from time to time. Even me, who owns an excess of Tau that I really do need to get around to painting, and I will get around to painting, I'm very tempted by that new Tau model that they announced. I really kind of want to do, like, a city pop vaporwave kind of color scheme. Those colors have just been, like, appealing to me more and more recently. So I'm kind of just like, I want to paint some funny Tau. I want to paint some 80s Tau. Which I know people have done before, but, like, the sculpts just work for it. I don't know what it is about them. They lend themselves so well to it. The range for Soulblight is almost entirely old vampire count units. Graveguard are a holdover from the Legions of Nagash. Oh, okay. All I know of, like, Soulblight is the what came out during their, like, big announcement sort of deal. Because I have some of them. Like, I have the new skeletons, I have the vampire bat lady, Laukavai, I think is her name. I have something else. Okay, so it looks like Goblin gets glued down to the top part. Face goes on. Weapon goes on Goblin. And then we're done. If I'm bringing these to Adepticon for people to paint, if they so desire, should I keep the riders separate from the squigs, or should I just glue them together? Someone who paints better than I do, please tell me, because I am inclined to just glue everything together and be done with it, but I would love another opinion. Just glue them? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, because it's like, the potential for them breaking in transport is already so high, and if it's just something that someone's gonna paint at a con and not, like, spend 400 hours, yeah. Lila says glue. Brady says glue. We're gonna glue. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel like gluing them together, you have a much better chance that they stay together. You have a nice traveling case I can put stuff in? That's very kind. I have a case that I was gonna put some of my minis in, and I need to find a way of transporting my knight with me. I'm kind of thinking of, like, augmenting a plastic storage tub. I've got a couple ideas for how that could work, so more on that as it develops. Let me see if I can find the bases, too, since they'll be better stuck down to their bases. That's very kind of you, Lila. I appreciate it. I forgot how many fucking goblins I still have. I still have a whole ass mangler squig to assemble. I have also the goblin lord or whatever. I'm not crying because I'm upset. It's just like, still a lot. A lot of things that I have to paint. And I want to paint, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to paint up the Crunch Boss. He's here. He is among these miniatures. He will be painted. He will be. I just, you know, I had other projects to finish. Okay, yeah, for sure. If not, I mean, these ones are not as, like, just the little goblins until they get painted won't be as important. And I'm sure as, like, if I really need one, I can buy another storage tub at Adepticon. They're gonna have someone selling transportation solution crap there. I'm almost certain of it. I don't want to have to do that, though, so we'll see what happens. Excuse me. Maybe ice cream gallon mod. I don't know what you mean by mod? I was thinking I could find one of those, like, popcorn tubs, you know, that, like, the Boy Scout popcorn comes in? Because that'll be metal, right? And then I can just stick magnets to the bottom of my base, and that should do it. Or, like, get a plastic tub, and it'll be fine. I'll figure out some way of doing it. There's enough videos on how to... Oh, modification. Duh. No, my ice cream knight, I think he's too wide and too tall for a gallon tub of ice cream. So I can take it in an ice cream... Oh, like one of those big ice cream pails? That could work. An ice cream pail would be extremely appropriate. That means I'm gonna have to get a pail of ice cream, though. I don't have one of those. And then we're gonna have to eat all of the ice cream in the ice cream pail before Adepticon, which is a bit of a tall order. Impromptu ice cream social at my place because I need the tub for miniature wargaming. Oh no, ice cream. I know, it's terrible. Whatever shall we do? I do have all that hot fudge, so I guess there's still that. Well, I'll have to try and get to the store to get a pail of ice cream now. Yeah, hell yeah, ice cream party at my place. Someone bring a pail of ice cream. I have plenty of toppings. The bowls are clean, so come on over. What kind of cartoons do you get? Well, I'll watch Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust and eat ice cream, and it'll be great. I was gonna give you a choice of what cartoon to watch, but, like, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is such a solid, oh, people haven't, like, seen this yet, we should all watch it together kind of recommendation. I have chairs. You don't have to sit on the carpet. I have a lot of couch space. I've got kitchen chairs. I've got my desk chair. We can make it work. We can make it work. The bowls are... Yeah, it's like that scene in Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, except it's my cats cleaning bowls. Absolutely. You did watch it on my recommendation. What did you think, Roz? Did you like it? I feel like we may have talked about this before, but I don't remember. If you haven't seen Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, you should. It's great, and I love it. It's definitely one that I'm gonna watch on the regular. I have it on VHS now. I don't know that that's as much of a flex as I think it is to tell people that I own things on VHS, but I like to just let the people know. It's like records for movie fans. Yeah, that's pretty much how I treat it, I guess. Okay, let's see. Let's take our little hunched guy. He's one of my favorites. What are we feeling? I feel like this weird little club is the perfect weapon for him. Even though I kind of want to give him this weapon that's a fork. Because it's got the little fork on the end of it. I just know that the lances probably won't travel as well. Maybe I can stick the fork from the end of the lance onto this fork. I don't need to make a kit bash out of this. I probably won't even be painting him. I need to just get this assembled. Silly me. Good news, your Golden Demon entry's non-metallic metal is great. The bad news, you stripped her face again. Yeah, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off, but hey, you'll get there. She's really cool. I'm really excited to see how she turns out because, like, I've been waiting. I've been wanting to see this for so long. I can't believe you're painting your Golden Demon entry, like, now. 13 days? It's not 13 days. You have less than 13. You got 15. No, wait, you have more than 13. You got like 15 days, because isn't Adepticon on the 22nd? Pretty sure it's the 22nd. Adepticon 2020. Well, I suppose you want a day to like... Yeah, March 22nd through the 26th. Okay, I'm not wrong. Maybe I counted wrong. Excuse me, I'm bad at math. You can't insult me for that. Numbers are hard, and I don't understand them. I know, ironic since there's a number in my name, but that doesn't count. I was named after a rabbit in a story. Yeah, you want to give it some dry time. Yeah, you have 15 days, so... But you know what, Lila? You should treat it like you only have 13, so that you're like, oh man, I wish I had that extra day. And then you can be like, oh man, I have that extra day. Because that's a good feeling. You want that feeling. Yeah, if you're asking about me being bad at numbers, that's genuine, and I'm bad at it. If you're asking about the rabbit in the story, yes. Fiver is a character in the novel Watership Down by Richard Adams. And that is where I get my name from. It's the year of the Fiver. Yes, it's my year this year, apparently, since that's what the Zodiac says. Yes, the rabbit part. You've played D&D with me. Oh man, that is such a killer way to say you've watched me do math in person. Whoo! Damn. That's cold, Lila. That's cold. I try my best, but yeah, math and I are not friends. Numbers and I aren't friends. You're only saying that because it's true, first of all. Watching me play D&D with doing the math is an experience, but also that werewolf did want to kill you a lot. I'm very excited for Thursday as well. It's nice because I already have all the stuff prepared, so I don't have to, like, make any new stuff or feverishly read through a module. Everything's all ready to go. I think, anyway. I should probably review the module. Oh, James was excited today because he thought tomorrow was Thursday and therefore D&D. Oh no, James, I'm sorry. One more day. He can make it one more day. It's gonna be a little, like, I'd say it would be sad that we're gonna be missing out on the session when we're at Adepticon, but we'll be at Adepticon, and that's gonna be fun. Dude, I wish I could cancel math. If that's what I could do as Elden Lord, just be like, and all math is canceled forever, it'd be great. Unfortunately, math does have a genuinely useful place in society for, like, keeping track of stuff, so we probably need at least a little bit of it, but, like, no more than 10. Does anything really ever need to be more than 10? I don't think so. I don't really know how you could replace numbers with less confusing shit, though. I don't understand how societies function. I am not qualified to come up with ideas on how to replace mathematics. Exactly, you can't have RPGs without a little bit of math. It's unfortunate. It's one of the main advantages I find to playing D&D online is all of the automatic dice rollers that do the math and the dice rolling for you. That's really great. Even though Roll20 can be chonky as hell to navigate and not always the most well thought out thing in the world. Certainly we've seen with our own eyes what Wizards of the Coast would like to do, but like... It's coming around the mountain, Orc Dork. Adepticon is at hand. It is this month. It is in 15 days, soon to be 14 days. Are you going to be at Adepticon? Or are you going to be watching in anticipation of what GW will announce at Adepticon? I assume they have like a room that they announce that shit in. I don't know how to get into that room. But it would be cool to be in the room when they announce things. I usually just look forward to watching those on Twitch. But now I could be, like, at the thing. Screaming at them to put Zotes on the TV. Being sad when they don't. Oh, that makes sense. Orc Dork, that's totally valid. I will definitely be reporting back from Adepticon. I don't think I can be reporting live from Adepticon simply because everybody's gonna be on their phones, so the bandwidth's gonna be awful. But if you have any questions or want to see anything specific, let me know. I'll try to get footage of it or something. I don't really know what I can do, but I will be at the thing. I will be in the place where the stuff is happening. They had a local room at Gen Con where they did a show and QA 2 years ago. I imagine the same at Adepticon. Okay, that'd be, you know, sensible. I'd be interested. I don't know. I don't have, like, a question. I wouldn't have any follow-up questions for them. I'd be like, can we get more Zotes, please? But that's not, like, really a question. But I'll try to figure out where the room that's happening is, and maybe I'll shuffle on in there and see what I can see. Same shit as everybody else, but you know. It isn't the same as the broadcast. Adam does not get to come over to the US to show things off. Oh, that's too bad. I think that they should let Louise Sugden come over here for Adepticon so I can tell her that her orc army is really inspiring. And she seems like a cool person. I don't think that's gonna happen. It would be cool if it did, though. This particular squig has a little bug in its mouth. That's definitely gonna get covered up by whatever, like, faceplate I give it, but that's gross. Don't like that. Still gonna give it an open mouth so that you can tell that it's got a bug in there, though. That's just courtesy to the sculpt. I can't believe all of my cats are in here. All of them napping on different couches. Hector has joined us. Sorry, you haven't gotten your daily dose of Hector yet. There's the boy. He's sleeping. You can see his little ear twitching. But everybody's in here and they're behaving, which is crazy to me. He is dreaming little kitty dreams. Oh, and then I spoke about him and he woke up. Hello, sweet prince. Hello. Straightened feetsies. Yeah, he's decided that it's bath time now. And he's sticking his little peat out as he does. This is some exclusive Hector footage. Hi, buddy. How's it going? Did you have a good nap? Oh, he's cleaning between the toes now. This is gonna go on for several minutes. Sorry, let me get this back on its little camera holder. There we go. Question for those of us with so many bits. Do you clip them and store them, or do you just keep stacks and stacks of sprues? Yeah, other people are gonna have to answer that. I tend to not save my bits nearly as much as I should. Yeah, Roz would be a great resource for that, because I've seen the freaking Aladdin's Cave of Wonders type treasure trove that is Roz's Bits collection. It is quite something. I will be honest with you, I throw all the bits that I'm just like, yep, I clipped these off and I have these now. They all go into a tea tin. And they just live there. And then I sometimes dig around it when I'm like, oh man, it would be really useful if I had like an extra spear right now. And then I hope that I find one. Some bits I do still keep on like a sprue and just throw it in a drawer, but that's more out of general laziness for organization than any kind of proper system. It looks like putting them in labeled baggies is the choice of the masses, and that makes sense. Thank you for spending some time with us, Lila. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will see you on Thursday for D&D, and I look forward to it. Thank you for stopping by. Perfect timing, actually, because I mean, we just finished assembling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 remaining goblins that we needed to get done. Because Lila painted 2 of them, and one of them went out to Liam of Millennial Model Mayhem to paint up. And I think I actually still owe him some parts for that for whatever reason I did not clip off or were incorrect. So I need to remember to get those sent out to him. Sooner rather than later, I would think, too. But yeah, that's what we needed to assemble. I feel like bringing 7 models is probably a reasonable amount. And then I have a ton of extra squigs in here, so I can also bring them along. Thank you for hanging in there while I assembled. I know it's rough. It's not beautiful. I make a lot of probably aggravating assembly choices, but we got through it. I don't know what to do with all of these bits. I guess I'll save them for now and maybe clip them and label them. You know what? We do have a baggie here. We could theoretically pack that full of extra bits. But I need to figure out which bits I need to send to Liam first, so we're not going to do that right now. Yeah, if I need to paint more than 7, I can always buy a box of Gobbos at the event. But like I said, I have tons of squigs, too, that are just from the squig herd, so, like, they'll be fine. Because I think I have, like, 10 of them, and there's no way I'm going to need more than 17 minis. I really can't see that being a possibility. I'm gonna put these away in their little box so they're safe, and I will prime them. Hopefully I'll remember to prime them tomorrow. That would be ideal. Because I also need to prime some other minis, and if I can get them all done in one big batch of priming, then that's all for the better. That's all to the good, as they say in Watership Down, the novel. It's a nice turn of phrase, I think. Not one I use very often. Unless I'm writing. Sometimes I say things really weird when I'm just writing fiction. It's like, I'll just use a really archaic way of saying this. Or a less common one. So I, you know, feel like I'm not repeating myself a million times. 17 is hardly a squigalanche. Okay, in total, in the Stampeding Squigalanche, there are 25 miniatures. You get, like, 10 squigs, 2 mangler squigs, which is actually 4 individual squigs, a loon boss, and then 10 squig herders. So, that's quite a lot of squig, to be fair. Especially in combination with the bounders that I already have, and the mangler squigs and the loon bosses. There are quite a lot of squigs in the army. I still don't know if I have enough infantry for it to be playable, but that's not important. The important part is adding more clowns, adding more squigs. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for here, though, because I did finish the project I wanted to work on. So, we're gonna call it for tonight, rather than dig out another assembly project that I don't want to do. But everything's ready to go for Adepticon. I just have to prime it. I will try and get another stream in before I go to Adepticon. I think it's likely that I'll have time, so it won't be too much longer before you hear from me. And I don't know if I'll get in another video before Adepticon, but I am working on stuff, so don't you worry. There were a couple people who are not frequent on the stream, and it was really nice to see some new faces on this stream. So if you have any interest in joining in on the madness on a more consistent basis, I do have a Discord server. You don't have to be a patron or anything to access the Discord server. You can just join us there. I've posted a link in the chat, so feel free to click that. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I promise it won't be too much longer before I stream. I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!